Good morning. This is a reflection on Lesson 213 in A Course in Miracles, and it's a review of Lesson 193. And it says, all things are lessons God would have me learn. All things are lessons God would have me learn. And it goes on to say, like, those things are miracles that God gives us in place of our thoughts. And that's the way we find freedom. I think it said something like that. So what I took this to mean is, like, the way it hit me was that it's the how we come to that peace, lack of thought, quietude, freedom is unique to each of us. And those are what they're calling lessons, and they're calling them miracles. Like, it's a miracle God extends to us whenever we can drop away from thought and find freedom. The absence of thought is freedom. So I guess that's kind of what it means. That's how I'm taking this. And I truly, more and more and more, I'm obviously a firm believer in that everyone's path is unique. Everyone's path to freedom is unique, completely unique, because we're unique individuals with a unique life story. We've accumulated unique baggage that has to be unpacked in our own way and in our own timeline. So the how is what is they're calling the miracle, the gift. The how is the unique part. It's unique to each of us, but it does have to do with silencing thought. And I love that these lessons are all about that. They're all about thought. Oh, I heard a quote in a podcast. Hola. Yes, yes. There's horsies. You want to see? Oh my God, I love it here. Oh, wait. Hey, guys. Wait for me. Wait for me. Oh my God. I walked down to one of, like, the farther end of the beach, and found a place to sit this time instead of walking, trying to hold this thing and talk and breathe in the humidity. So this quote that I heard was something that struck, it was blowing away gnats. It's something that struck somebody else as like, whoa. And it's like, true. Thoughts are the disease of the mind. Maybe you've heard that before. Thoughts are the disease of the mind. Dude, I'm gonna plaster that everywhere. It's just a reminder to come back into that peacefulness, to realize that I don't have to. And I talked about this yesterday, I guess. The knowing that I don't have to believe my own thoughts. You don't have to believe your own thoughts. Why would we? They're just wisps of disease floating through the mind, wreaking havoc. We attach to them. It creates emotions that hurt in our body. I get thoughts. Ugh. Now, some thoughts you might say are good, I guess. Like, oh, I love them so much. Well, you don't have to have that as a thought, to have it as a deep feeling from the heart space. So that's another thing I've been playing with, is like, even the thought of like, oh, I love you, you're so great, is a judgment in a way, because it comes from the mind. Like, I'm bestowing the shining the light of love on you through the mind is kind of like saying, oh, you're worthy of my love. And it's like, no, you're worthy anyway. So I think about how there's a subtle difference between extending love from the mind and extending it from the heart. And sometimes I'll have an impulse to like give a love compliment or something, and then I might stop and be like, is that authentic? Is it truly coming from the heart, or is it coming from the mind? Both they're not inherently bad, the mind ones. They might make people feel good. But in terms of like that light of authenticity that comes along with it, that is undeniable, that comes from the heart. And it's noticeable as the recipient, the difference between the two in that subtle way. So I've been thinking about that too, a little bit. Not really thinking so much, is just like practicing that pause to be like, what's the authentic expression of love for this person, this moment, whatever. Somehow that reminded me of this lesson because of the whole thoughts are the disease of the mind. And I love that this whole book seems to be coming, like boiling everything down to that, which is actually a very Buddhist philosophy. So I keep getting tickled over and over again that this is like some quote unquote, I'm doing air quotes, Christian text. But it's really Buddhist. It's really just, and it's not even Buddhist, it's not a religion, but all of these philosophies are so overlapping and at the deepest levels until you layer on all the baggage and dogma of a particular set of rules to follow of the religion or set of beliefs to have. And then this is my next frontier that I'm on is beliefs are just thoughts that we've dug our heels into. You know, like hold on tight. These are some sticky thoughts that become beliefs. So it's like, if I have a belief, or if I even say the word, I really question that because that's a big one I need to look at and be like, this might need to be let go of. That's called attachment. To have a belief, wow. I can have a fundamental knowing of what resonates with me without having a dogmatic belief in it. Like a belief to me is like, ooh, I've revisited this concept time and time again, and I am identifying with it now. It's a part of my personality. Anything that reifies personality and identity is something I really question because identity comes from thought, it comes from the mind. It's also just wisps of disease. It's like, no, let it go. Identity is a digging in, you know, instead of a letting go. So that's what this lesson meant to me. What did it mean to you? Bye.